I would like to show you my favorite altcoins for the next crypto bull run that can really make you a lot of money. A lot of people requested, what's your top 10? What are the things that you are currently looking at? Because I'm basically always bashing altcoins for not going up, right? At a certain point they will, and we have to be prepared for that. So what am I looking at exactly? Well, that's what we're going to discuss. Welcome to the channel. Subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification so you won't miss out on anything, and smack that like button. Now you're at it. Bitcoin, boring. Nothing else to say than yesterday. It's a little lower than then. No, that's it. Overall, I do want to say again that the altcoin market is still in this downward trend right here, right? We are in this falling wedge since the bear market started. Bitcoin broke out back in January already, but we came basically from the low of this falling wedge to the top of it, right? That's all that altcoins did, but they did not even break out yet. Also, we are now currently below the bull market support band, so there's big resistance for altcoins at the moment. So I am very cautious with, when to buy altcoins. And I do want to say that the timing is more important than the altcoins themselves. But, I understand that if you want to know what I'm looking at, I can already give you some calls, of course. So let's dive right into that. Now, I have a watch list of a couple of altcoins that I really like. And the one that I really like is CDFI. CDFI is a launchpad. We all know CDFI maybe. And this thing is a straight money printer, and you would not say that if you look at a chart like this, but you have to realize that they release projects that do 50x's, and in the bull market it's way more, right? So getting CDFI tokens is definitely not a bad idea in my opinion. And the lower CDFI gets, the higher you can get your tier, the more you can allocate in these new launches, the more money you make, of course. So CDFI is definitely that I have on my radar to step up my tier with as soon as it comes down. Now, I can, of course, give you all the price targets for the altcoins that I'm looking at, and I will try to give some. But overall, again, I look mostly at the total 3 and the Bitcoin dominance. The Bitcoin dominance is a chart that I think is really interesting, because if this finally breaks out this time, then we will see altcoins bleed a lot against Bitcoin. And therefore, I would say the coins that I'm very interested in to buy, the first one is Bitcoin, right? Why? Because I expect that Bitcoin goes towards $300,000 in the next bull run. That's one. 2, because Bitcoin is lower risk, higher reward so far, right? And in a altcoin bull market, that's of course not the case. Then altcoins are higher reward. But for now, Bitcoin is making better returns than altcoins in general, right? There are always exceptions, but if you take all the altcoins in one chart, like the total 3, you put it next to Bitcoin, you see that altcoins are running behind. So that's more of my strategy, buying Bitcoin when it's low. Then when the Bitcoin dominance finally breaks out, buy altcoins with that Bitcoin. And then when this falls down, you are in an alt season, right? We cannot get an alt season if we are down here. We maybe can go down here. That's not an alt season. That's I don't know. It's a rally, but CDFI is definitely one of them. It's crashing pretty hard right now. It was like $17, $18 in the last bull market. Came all the way down to like 70 cents, slightly higher. It's now sitting at 90, right? And I have a big bag of CDFI already. And of course, I feel like shit when it goes down. But on the other hand, I also feel very good because I want more. And I'm prepared for these moves, right? You want to prepare. This is, by the way, in no particular order or anything. This is just random, and I'll probably forget a lot of them, okay? But when it comes to risk reward, I think CDFI is quite low risk. Next one is AGI. The Lithium, quite new project. I think this is something that can do very insane in the next crypto bull run. Very insane. This is, together with ChainGPT, the best AI project out there in the crypto space. This one might be a little better even. They are like, well, ChainGPT has more product at the moment, but the plans that the Lithium has, AGI, is way more insane. They just have to roll it out, of course. But so far they deliver everything that they promise. And by the way, I know that a lot of people may look at this video and be like, yeah, but these newer coins always have a long vesting, right? So then, you know, the price goes down while the market cap could stay the same. What up with that? Yeah, that's true. The closer we are to the bull run, the less I care about vesting, right? If you buy it right here, for example, you have a whole bear market to go, you have a whole sideways year to go, and then you have a whole bull market to go. Now we are already in the sideways year, at least, right? And the thing is that a bull run defeats a token vesting. That's just what it is, right? So if a lot of tokens hit the market, in a bull run, it doesn't matter. Nobody gives a fuck about token vesting and fully diluted market caps. That's for the longer term, definitely. But overall, these projects will go up anyway. So buying heavy into these projects right now, yeah, no, I would say like, I do think that it's hard to predict, right? You can predict something like that. But if I have to guess, I would say, man, end of the year, beginning next year, will be the golden opportunity to buy altcoins. Maybe it will happen sooner. It could happen. So I'm going to keep you updated, of course. Like, I'm here every day. I will let you know. Next one is, well, Altura, by the way. Altura is an altcoin that's really, like, their partnerships are insane. Working with these smart NFTs, I think that's a very big thing in the future as well. They are low cap. I think Altura has a bright future. At the current price, I'm not so interested, though. It came from low and it's now high. To put it like that, why buy there, right? On the other hand, I'm not saying that it has to go down all the way where it came from. I think that Altura has seen the low. It had too hard of a pump to get back down there. You have to realize that it has to come down like 76% from here. It could happen, but I don't know. But yeah, that's one on my radar. ChainGPT, definitely on my radar, one of the better AI projects. You have CryptoGPT, you have like HyperGPT coming up, so there's Delicium as well. ChainGPT, I think ChainGPT is one of the better ones. Engine Starter, I'm gonna go over it all very quickly. Another launchpad. This launchpad is more low cap than Seedify, like twice as low, give or take. Good projects that they release. Not so innovative or anything, but it's about the returns at the end of the day, and they do that. So that's good. Gala is one that I have my eyes on still. Let me get rid of this stuff. Gala is interesting because the tokenomics don't really look that good. But the tokenomics also didn't look good in the last bull run where it went completely crazy, right? So when it comes to that, yeah, of course, buying Gala anywhere in the bear market so far, nah, not a good idea unless you bought it right here, right? You have a lucky trade where you made like well, 2x exactly from the bottom till here. But overall, let it bleed, let it go down. Let people lose their interest. When nobody else wants it, I want it. That's what I want. But Gala Bitcoin, for example, as well, yeah, doesn't look so good, right? If you look at the Gala Bitcoin pair, you see that it's like Gala Dollar. You'll see obviously that that's sitting far from the low, right? Far from the low. But yeah, if you look at Gala Bitcoin, then you'll see that it's, well, pretty much near the low right now. We made almost a double bottom last month, right? And it's very likely that we will take this low out, in my opinion. So also, you can mess around with, should I buy Gala? Should I not buy Gala? If you were just in Bitcoin, you one, made gains already, and two, you can now buy the bottom, give or take, right? So what we are making it hard on ourselves. Illuvium, I'm not really interested in buying it. Maybe if I have some spare cash, but not for now. The token vesting currently is quite hard. And I want to see Illuvium evolve a little bit more. It's like, it's still just a single game, right? It has the hype, definitely has the hype, but token vesting was killing the price quite hard. Went from 2K to like $35, right? So that says something, right? And it's not over yet. IMX, very interesting though. A very good crypto blockchain, gaming blockchain. And I think IMX could really be one of the biggest blockchains in the next bull run. Price is getting more interesting finally. If you look at the Bitcoin pair, it's finally sitting at the support. We have one last support after that, and then it's done, right? And that's why we are interested. By the way, As you notice, and if you're new on the channel, I'm mostly interested in gaming and AI, to be honest. And not because it's hype. Gaming is at the moment not that hype. AI is like, we're gonna need it. And there's gonna be a project that completely takes AI to the fucking moon. AI is gonna be huge. However, gaming, I'm not even a gamer. Don't get me wrong. But I just think that gaming and crypto are like two very logical thesis, how do you say that? Two concepts, whatever, to go together. And it will be big, right? So therefore the blockchains, the studios, that kind of stuff. And that takes me to Volker Forge. I think that Volker Forged is one of these projects that it's like the, yeah, how do you say that? It's like a little comparable to Gala, maybe on a smaller scale. But it's interesting. I love what Volker Forge is doing. They keep on building. Price pretty stable for the last year, basically. If you look at the Bitcoin chart, yeah, then it's still going down. So also not a good entry yet, but you know, that's not the point of the video. By the way, games for a living. Skip that one, but that's definitely on my radar. Participated in the pre-sale, made some gains, sold it for profits. Could have taken way more profits because after the vesting it went up like hard. But yeah, I want to see that token vesting going on a little more before I'm gonna step into this. But yeah, I mean, the CEO of EA Games is in the project, man, and the founder of Candy Crush, I think it was. They have a fucking top-notch team, really top-notch team. You want to bet on the team as well. Nakamoto Games is really interesting, smaller cap. Also, one that I think that is definitely worth looking into. They are going to release on mobile as well, and I think that's really going to change some things for Nakamoto Games. And the price chart currently, yeah, it skyrocketed and it stays there. So not interested in at the moment. And I know people felt a little FOMO over here at 38 cents, and it came all the way down to 17 cents. And that's what such a pump does, right? It wrecks people as well, right? And now it's sitting somewhere in the middle. I'm just patiently waiting out how it's going to do. Because I don't want to lose my money. And if I do miss out on the project, whatever, I have like a watch list with 50, 100, well, not, but you know, a lot of coins. So if I miss out on one of them, I don't care. You don't get emotional. That's the thing, right? Then you're gonna wreck yourself. We went over Seedify, Superverse. Yeah, I think Superverse is something that might be pretty interesting. By Elliot Trades. He's passionate about the project. He knows what he does. Smart guy, works with, you know, he's familiar with steady stacks in Neo Tokyo and these spaces and all of that. These are smart people in the crypto space, right? So I think that he knows what he does. And yeah, to be honest, the price chart also, but that's with everything, right? It's on this Bitcoin Paradise. It just made a lower low like 2 months ago, right? So also not really that fine for now. Yeah, Ultra looks interesting when it comes to the price, because if you see this diagonal, by the way, you'll see that we got rejected, breakout, and now the retest, right? Such a retest could make it very interesting. So also, weekly stochastic RSI is resetting. I think Ultra could pump. I'm not sure, but yeah, overall long term, very good project to hold. Shorter term, yeah, also on its Bitcoin pair, sitting at lows at the moment. So it's like, at the moment, it is like, it's all like, I think that if you wait for a few months overall on all these projects, you will get the entry of a lifetime, man. But that's probably when you don't want them anymore. Because you feel like, yeah, altcoins are dead anyway. These projects are never going to work anymore. They're blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's why the price is lower. And, you know, that's that. And if you then step in, if you then have the balls to step in, that's why you reward yourself. That's the beauty of it. I have some Hypercycle getting vested, by the way. It's from the team of Ajax, Singularity. Sorry, I have a fucking headache. So I'm really like... but still, I participated in this pre-sale. I don't know what the fuck they are doing. It's having a very steady floor right here, so it more looks like their market maker is doing some stuff. What else do we got? Yeah, of course, guys. I mean, Ethereum and Bitcoin, right? Like, that's what you want to have. But I'm not gonna buy Ethereum at $1,800. So I'm gonna wait for that. A lot of people I like AVAX as well. I'm gonna add some AVAX in my portfolio over the long term as well. I think it's a good blockchain, but we can get a better price, and we get better prices all the single time. Like this is the Bitcoin pair, new lower low. Every time I make a video about it, stupid. So I'll wait for a good entry, but as soon as we get that, then I think that AVAX is a very good project. Yeah, a lot of stuff in here that I'll watch, but that I'm not necessarily interested in. What else is here that's really interesting? Maybe a little bit of Arweave. Still that storage, we need that. ADA, I'm not so interested. Like ADA, I think it's extremely overpriced. I think this should be 3 cents, not 30 cents. Because yeah, I mean, it's a blockchain. I know better blockchains than Cardano. Sorry, it's like it has a strong community. It's like it's like Hex. It has strong community, but it doesn't do shit, right? And that's what you see in the price. Like ADA also against Bitcoin, right? It went down 80%, give or take, right? Against Bitcoin. While Bitcoin is also down 60%. And I know a lot of projects went down so hard. But therefore be a little careful with altcoins in general, of course. Phantom, I liked Phantom at the beginning, but I don't feel no Phantom hype anymore. I don't see how Phantom is going back, but I'll keep my eyes on it because it is a good project with a good team. But it's very silent right now. But that can be the tricky part. Like, oh, it's so silent. There must be something coming, right? Moonbeam, this is a failed project, to be honest, so far at least. I don't know what they're going to do in the future, but the best time to buy Moonbeam was so far, well, never. I don't know. It's not fast. It's not cheap. It has no hype. The price is not good. Why would you fuck Moonbeam? I don't care. Sorry. I'm very straight up today. I feel bad. But let me see. Joe, I do think that Joe is interesting. Not at these prices though. But Joe, yeah, as the leading DEX on the Avalanche chain, right? Avalanche is a good chain. It's a fast chain, cheap chain, hype chain. You need a good leading DEX. And I do think that will blow up as well. So therefore, Joe is interesting. But yeah, we came from like 13 cents. It's now sitting at 43. I can't put myself to buying that right now, right? That feels stupid. Chainlink. I'm interested in Chainlink and yeah, that's another coin. And I know a lot of new people in crypto be like, oh, you're buying these altcoins? No, not necessarily. But Chainlink is a good coin. We need such an oracle. And there's not a lot of competition for Chainlink. Without Chainlink, your favorite project won't do good. Let me put it like that. They all need Chainlink. Right? Therefore, I think Chainlink is a pretty good investment. But yeah, price-wise, well, it's approaching its low as well. Matic is quite interesting, but I wouldn't go crazy on it purely because what's the risk and what's the reward? Is Matic going to do a 50x from here? Probably not. But there is a lot of downside for Matic. So, but it's such a strong and solid project. Really, yeah, I like it. Miria, really interesting as the price comes down more and more and more. I'm thinking about getting a node now for Miria because I really like what they do. And this could be a very good play for in the future. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Let me check what else is there. PPX Quant Render. A lot of people also talk about Render. I think it's a little overhyped. And that's what you can see in the price chart as well, right? Render is I don't want to, it came from 30 cents. It's sitting almost 10x from where it was. How are you going to buy this right now? Right? Where were you here? Buy it here. Not here. Come on. It's sitting close to its high and its low. So if anybody would ask me oh, aren't you buying Render right now? Fuck no. Hell no. No, no way. No way. No. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it does a 10x or so. I don't know. But it's about risk reward management, right? It's very easy to, you know, in a couple of years, if it did a 10x, be like, oh, loser. But you don't know. I don't know. But I'm trying to manage my risk and reward right here. I can see render go back down to like 60 cents easy, right? That's a lot of way down. I don't see it now going back to like $10 that easy. So yeah, definitely I'm not buying it. Rune maybe, sushi. Yeah, I don't know why we would need sushi to be honest. So no. Uni might be interesting. I do have this on my. I still have a little uni left over, but also these DEX though. I feel like I don't know, man. What do we need them for, really? We can use Uniswap without Uni. So, yeah. Yeah, and then we have like VeChain. I think that ship sailed maybe Sunday. But Crow, like, yeah, no. Look. Hell no. What else is there? I have a DCA 2023. That's more of a watch list. What else do I have here? Champ. Yeah, this is quite interesting, this project. So I think that NFT Champions is a very high risk, high reward play. But they got a good game with good graphics on the Epic Game Store. Super low cap. Might be interesting. Yeah. What else did we skip? Yeah, I have everything right here. Yeah, and then of course we have like, where did I have it? Did I lost it? Oh no, it's on the high risk, I think. Yeah, Metaware. Spoke about this a couple of times. But also said like, yeah, it's super high risk, high reward, right? It's super high risk, high reward because this still has a big vesting going on. They care a lot about building the project, but not necessarily the tokenized version around it. Right, so they really out there with top brands and they're getting the name out, but it's also a token and that's what they don't really hype and promote. And they probably will do that in the future. So therefore you'll see the price chart crash right now, like extraordinary hard. But it doesn't make it less interesting. It does make it more interesting for me because I do feel like, okay, last week it was sitting here. Right, so if we could have pulled out a 50x at this point, nice. But now we're here. So now 100x is already realistic. Like, that's what I'm looking at. And the lower it goes, I'm fine. I haven't bought it yet, right? I have a little bag, but I didn't really deploy. So therefore, I feel like, yeah, the lower it goes, fine with me. Totally fine with me because then I can dollar cost and then I can like get a good portion for a little amount of money. For the rest, like it's all watch list that I have, man. It's not like, yeah, and there's like one project that's very interesting. What do you mean? Pre-sale starting tomorrow. I'm allocating max. Like, can't allocate a lot. It's my own project for those who don't know. But there are no team tokens, and I missed my own private sale because you guys were too fast. So I don't have a good bag of these tokens. So tomorrow I'm gonna participate in the pre-sale if I don't miss out. If you want to do it too. I feel like this could be a really freaking great play. If you know the utility, then you know your utility, man. So definitely check it out. What do you mean? Check the Twitter, Telegram. We're a tight community, man. So that's my watch list for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment with your opinion. Like the video, and I'll see you guys